Okay. Sorry about the cringy intro. Anyways, so yeah, I know it was like literally like I think about maybe 20 minutes since I last streamed this part, but I just ate food and I'm feeling pretty warm now, and my friend Jason keeps telling me to finish it, so why not finish it? Anyways, before I left off, I forgot to say like how I feel about defense characters. I feel like defense characters in general, they do have some problematic heroes that need to be looked at, but I think they're fine. I mean, like certain characters like this one should belong in Assault, or this one, which is a better version of this one. But overall, I think defense... Okay, not overall. I think Hanzo, Junkrat, and Widowmaker are probably, like, they're fine. I just don't like Mei, Torbjorn, and Bastion. I think they're just fucking annoying. And I mean, Hanzo is with an asterisk because he's a fucking scatter. It's retarded sometimes. Anyways, now on to the tanks. Start off with D.Va, who actually has the highest health in the game, and actually I do mean highest if you count the EHP, which is the effective health points, because I'm not sure if this works like Warframe, but I'm assuming that armor gives you oh wow, he meant Destiny, whatever. So I'm assuming armor gives you reduced damage, which it should be, because that makes sense. So technically, I don't have the numbers, but even though she does have 600, I think about 450 is normal, and like the rest is armor. So technically, her EHP should be higher than Roadhog. So, or maybe even Reinhardt, because even though he has 500, he does have a majority of armor. So, anyways, so D.Va is a special character because, like most characters, you can't. Well, most characters can't run, but even though the characters that can run, they can't run and shoot like D.Va can. And basically, her primary fire is like these mounted shotguns that don't actually have. They're actually infinite. You don't have to stop shooting this, but they do have extreme. They do have extreme damage fall off, and their spread is actually pretty bad over distance. So she's meant to be more of a close, you know, CC, not CC, I guess CQC, close quarter combat, you know, character. Her second ability is the ability to fly. You can fly anywhere for at least 2 seconds, and this thing is on like a. I believe I think 6 seconds maybe. Yeah, that's around 6 to 5. Anyways, her other ability is her defense matrix, which basically blocks all projectiles. If it's like basically if it's like the same principle to Genji. If Genji can deflect it, if Genji can deflect it, then D.Va can absorb it. That's the same thing. Jesus Christ, Jason, keep messaging me. Anyways, yeah, so that's about it. Also, her defense matrix is depletable. It's like Bastion's thing. It has to regenerate over time. But yeah, this can eat ults like Zarya's and Pharah's. Anyways, yeah. So, her ult is... Her ult is basically a nuke. And if you can hide behind an object, you're more like 9 times out of 10 safe. If you can't, you're fucked. Although it does have radial damage, so the further away from it, the less damage you'll take, but still, it's a lot. Now, her ult kind of works in 2 ways. You can either boost and send it out. Yeah, you can either boost and do that, or let me get it again. Or you can just straight up just nuke. You can also nuke while you're dying, which I should probably demonstrate. Actually, I can't demonstrate dying because it'll take fucking forever. Let's get our ult back and show you the other way so she can nuke. Which is just like straight up press something else. Alright, so yeah, you can just do like this. And you see how the guy behind here was safe? I think there's someone behind there. But anyways, the unique thing about D.Va is that when her mech dies or you activate her self-destruct, she loses her mech, but she's not dead. She actually gets out, and she has the same amount of health as Tracer. She gets a pistol just like Mercy's, but I think it fires a lot faster, and I think it does like less damage as a result, but still. And also, I know my ult thing is full there, but like when you come out of your mech, you're gonna have a 0 charge on your ult. It does fill pretty quickly, you know, if you're doing damage and aim for headshots. And once you get all you have to do is press triangle, action mech. So technically, if you're smart, you can never. If you're like a really smart dude player, you can go like an entire match without dying. because technically she has 2 lives. So, I mean, honestly, like I said, D.Va's fine. Like I said, I play 3v3, so I do have a bias towards that, and I mean 3v3 is kind of annoying because the map is kind of small, and since D.Va can just fly around, she can cut people off and like corner them or whatever. But then to compensate for this, she does have a really big crit spot, so it's not that bad. A buff that I actually think would be pretty nice is that I know her shotguns have extreme damage fallout, but it's kind of ridiculous. There are some cases that I'll be hitting someone like all the way over there, but just nothing. Like, I'm not saying that, oh, give her a maximum, like just like if you can hit them, make it do like even if it's like a death, just something, because it's so annoying to see like someone that has like no health and you're just laying into them. I know you're not at your optimal range, but still you're like, well, how the like. You see, like around this, I get like around this area, it's kind of ineffective. So. I mean, overall, D.Va's it's fine. I like this. She's actually a pretty good tank. I know I said, oh, I only played Reinhardt and Orisa, but I like D.Va too. She's actually pretty cool. And now here's my favorite character, or at least one of my favorites, like other than Tracer. This is yeah, Orisa. I like Orisa a lot. I think some people say that she's overpowered. I don't think so. I think that she's just very versatile. And I know it's kind of my own bias, but so basically, she has I guess a minigun, an energy minigun that is projectile based and does have a low velocity. And I mean, yeah, I mean like a pretty low velocity. It's kind of hard to lead targets that are like maybe like beyond 15 meters. So like, you know, around here, yeah, you see around here, there's like a delay from where I'm aiming my bullet. So yeah, that's the primary fire. 150 bullets. But make no mistake though, this will shred. It will shred through Roadhog if you aim for headshots. This thing, yeah, this is a. It might be slow, but yeah, if you can aim for headshots, this will murder you. Anyways, I'm calling this one her first ability would be her Ghetto Reinhardt shield. So basically, it has all the same properties as Reinhardt shields, and you know, can block damage, blah 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 blah. You know, block, yeah. But the caveat is it only has 900 health, and it does expire after a certain amount of time. But like I said, by the time it expires, you should have another one of these up. So I mean, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to have like a mobile Reinhardt shield. Her second ability, I'm using air quotes here, is her gravity ball. So you press it once, and then you press it again to pull. The further away from him, the less the pull is. Or I guess like the further away they are from the gravity ball, the less effective the pull will be. But still, it's actually pretty. Yeah, see how it's kind of inconsistent. So yeah, there's that. And I mean, like, the one thing, I'll get into this when I'm talking about Roadhog, but I like how this game kind of like helps out the character's flaw. Like, for instance, Orisa's problem, I guess, is that her weapon is really slow. Like, it's fast flying, but has a slow velocity, so it's kind of hard to lead targets. But then you have a ability like this, like, to pull them in, and it's easier. Yeah. Now, I think this is the ability that some people label overpowered. I say not so much because, like I said, I play 3v3 and have to deal with a lot of bullshit, and this is basically the fuck you button. So this reduces their damage, I think, about by either 50% or something close, I think. Yeah, so this reduces their damage by like around 50%, and it also makes you immune to any status. So getting trapped by, Junkrat's bear trap doesn't affect you. Mate's endothermic blaster, if you press fortify, doesn't affect you. Roadhog's fucking god hook doesn't, you know, it just bounced right the fuck off. Basically, any like McCree stun doesn't affect you. Any status effect, including Zarya's ult, which is a graviton surge, you can walk right through that shit if you have your ult, is basically nullified. And I know that sounds overpowered, but considering about how like strong some of the other abilities that this thing can resist, I think it's actually pretty fair. I think it's the that's why I like Orisa. She basically has the fuck you button to like all the skills that I deem that are kind of like overpowered. Anyways, her ultimate's actually pretty basic. It's just like it's basically an attack boost, but it has a really really wide range. So let's test this out. Put it down here. At 0 meters. Just boost your damage. And let's see. It's definitely beyond 20 meters. This has good range on it. Anyways, yeah, that's Orisa. Honestly, favorite tank to play as, hands down. Just in general, one of my favorite characters to play as. I know my stats don't reflect it because they don't show arcade stats. Blizzard, please show my arcade stats. But I play her a lot. Good old Ryan Daddy. He's basically the bread and butter of any team. You can't go wrong with Reinhardt, whether you're attacking, defense. You can't go wrong with Reinhardt. So his first ability is basically his shield, and this shield blocks incoming any damage. Any damage. Although, even though it blocks from damage, you can walk through it and shoot Reinhardt directly, or melee him. Why are these bots retarded? God damn it. Anyways, this shield can break, but it can recharge. If you notice that, like, you know, if you let it rest for a couple seconds, it recharges. So, you know, I know it's like 2,000 seems like a lot of health, but when you're going against Bastion, that thing can go pretty quickly. Also, it's a nice feature that he can go in third person. You can also aim it up vertically. He can aim it like this, just basically anywhere. Anywhere you look at, that's where you can aim it. It's pretty useful. Alright, so his primary weapon is just a giant ass fucking hammer. So I think, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, so 3 hits on like a standard 200 target. Right? So that's basically it. There's no ult fire to this. I guess the ult fire would be the fire strike, which does good damage. This is gonna fire strikes also go through any shield. So Orisa shield and then the Reinhardt shield, it just goes straight through it, which is very useful because in 1v1 mystery duels, I remember like most of the Reinhardts I'd go against would like try to put the shield just do this and get. Another signature move is its pin. Basically, if you get pinned by Reinhardt, you're more than likely gonna fucking die. It basically pins you until he hits the wall. It's either he hits the wall or you go off a cliff. That's like the only way to stop, other than fucking God hooking or you know, someone stunning. Basically, unless you have the hand of God to save you, and if you get pinned, you're basically like 9 times out of 10 fucked. Like would be a good example of me just cocking the shit on something. Let's see if I can pin this guy from back. Oh my, there's even larger. Alright, let's see if I can. Yeah, this, and also you can steer this. Oh, I guess this does have a, okay, this does have a range. Alright, I guess there's a range. I'm assuming maybe 20 or 25 meters. So I guess unless if you somehow get locked out and he's outside of his optimal range, you can survive. Okay, that's cool. But most of the times you're not. You're not, especially if you play 3v3. Some Reinhardts like to charge right down the center staircase and just fuck up anyone on the other side. So hey. Although what I like about this ability is you leave yourself exposed. If you fuck this up, sure you can put up your shield, but you leave your back exposed. So that's pretty nice. Okay, and his ultimate ability is Earth Shatter, where he knocks everyone on the ground and they're unable to move. Now, certain abilities can't block this, like another Reinhardt shield. I'm pretty sure Zarya's barrier can protect her and someone else from it. So I mean, there are some exceptions, like there always is in this game. Certain characters countering other abilities. That's what I like about this game. You can counter other shit, you know? It's like, you know, when someone pops your ult, it's not the end of the world. If you have someone on your side that can save you, you can be safe. So overall, Reinhardt's pretty good. A problem that I have, same with Genji, is sometimes like their swings are kind of misleading. Like I swear, like even though you see this, even though it doesn't look like I'm hitting him, I'm still technically hitting him. And sometimes I swear I get hit in the back by Reinhardt. Let me see if I can. Yeah, sometimes the hitboxes for this hammer is kind of wonky with most things. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, good tank overall. I like Reinhardt. Solid. We're gonna save you for fucking last. I have a lot to say about you. Winston. Alright. Winston's in the same vein of Tracer and Sombra, as he's basically the distraction. Like, you know, that's why his boost is pretty short. I mean, overall, his damage is actually pretty weak. It really is. It takes almost all his ammo just to kill one fucker. And I know he does have the ability to stun someone sometimes, but just in general, his primary gun, which is Arc Tesla, is pretty weak. He does have a shield barrier, but it doesn't last for that long. I think it'll like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, I think, and then it just pops. Yep. Yeah, and then he gets his jump every 6 seconds. So I mean, just in general, he's the more of the annoyance, or like go for the merge that's hiding in the back, which is like a Reinhardt basically. He's like the hit and run of the tank. So I mean, for his job, I think he does it pretty well. Although on the his ult, which is Primal Fury, is kind of like Roadhog's ult. It's like get the fuck off the point, or get out of my way. Basically, hold on, I'll show you. Get it? Also, yeah, this is really short range. Yep. So I mean, other than being a meme, he's alright. Okay, problem with Barrier, you get a shit ton of health. You actually get the most health in the game. Also, you can no longer use your shield, but your jump resets like every 2 seconds. And although you don't do a lot of damage with this, it does do a severe knockback. So, yeah. Now for Winston, I can have a lot of changes I'd like to see. For instance, make the health of this barrier, like, you know, showable. Kind of like how Reinhardt's and Orisa's are. Like, you know, maybe put like an indicator so they know how much damage that's gonna take before it breaks. Also, make it last longer because, you know, waiting 13 seconds for shit to last like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, that's actually pretty long. But yeah, you know, that's pretty short. His jump, I have no problem with. His weapon, I feel like if you're not going to increase the damage, maybe increase the range or the chance to stun. Because honestly, it's not rewarding. You know, to try to, it's like tickling someone with a taser. It's like you put your taser in tickle setting. You know? That's basically what it is. And his ult, I understand why it's there, but it's really, I feel like it's really weak. It's just like Roadhog can do it better and still has so much damage to back up his fucking whole hog, like, you know. So like what Winston can do with his ult, Roadhog's ult just does it better. So I mean, maybe buff the knockback so it's like fucking hilarious, like you're ragdolling people away from the point. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe just increase the damage duration. I mean, but yeah. So overall, he's pretty decent. I mean, I don't play him as much, but he's all right. And then we have Zarya, the mean lesbian.
Together, we are strong. Now,
I don't like her because, like I said, I play a lot of 3v3s and she's fucking annoying. But first things first, she cannot crit with her laser beam weapon. She cannot. And her laser beam weapon has 2 fire modes. She has a self-damaging, like, oh, she can kind of rush too. She has a self-damaging, like, I guess gravity ball, is what you call it. And then she has a primary laser, which I know it's a short beam laser, but I swear, like on 3v3, since Eagle Point Antarctica is the only map, you know, this is why she seems short to you, but this is, trust me, on that small map, it's pretty large. Let's test the maximum range. Oh, I thought I actually killed that. Okay, so I think, yeah, so within maybe 15. No, not even 15. No, 15. 15, yeah, 15 you're pushing the, you know, the range. This does have an arc, by the way, too. Still has shields. Regenerate. Okay, so the counter in the middle of the screen is basically her charge, and the more, well, I guess this is her passive. The more damage she takes when she puts up her shield, the more charge that she gets, the more damage she can output. This charge meter also applies when you put a shield around someone, so let's demonstrate that. Alright, we can't because the fucking robots are broken. God damn it. But you get the same gist. Okay, so. See how it went up? So this will slightly increase my damage, but trust me, like, if you use an ult or you eat like a fair rocket, this will go up dramatically. So just imagine what you saw there. Same principle. When I shield someone else, you know, it's the same principle. Overall, I mean, oh yeah, her ult too. Alright, so her old Graviton Surge is basically a giant black hole. And like I said before, it's a projectile that you shoot out, so if a Genji deflects it back at you, it will become his and you will fuck yourself over. Or if Ziva decides to eat it or anything like that. And while people are trapped, they can still shoot too. There you go. Oh look, I fucked it up. Anyways, you get the idea. It's supposed to like these guys and whatever. So I mean, I don't like Zarya for this for her. I understand. I like the concept. You take more damage, you deal more damage, but the way they go about it is kind of wrong because the way that she gets her charge is through the shield, which literally makes her immortal. It makes her immune. I know it only lasts for like, what, like 4 seconds, but still, it makes her completely immortal for 4 seconds, and it's on a 10-second cooldown, which is pretty short, honestly. It's like in a lot of 3v3s, you know, you run into like a skirmish real fair, you know, like, well, fuck, she puts up her shield, I shot into her, now she's stronger, and then her charges do decay kind of rapidly, but I don't know. I feel like the one thing I'll change is maybe change the way, like, maybe the more damage that she takes, like, this doesn't contribute to her charge, but, you know, putting a shield on someone else would. Like, you know, like this would still contribute to your charge. Your shield would. And the more damage that she takes, to a certain, like, the more damage her shield takes, some of that, the more damage she would output. Although that could be kind of janky. Because I mean, it's like I said, she's kind of a tough one. I think, kind of like McCree. I really don't know how to balance her. And then here's Mother Knows Breast.
Never
Anna,
stop fighting for what
one of my favorite sports. So she has a biotic sniper rifle, which cannot crit, by the way. You cannot crit the sniper rifle, so honestly, there's no point for it. For the head, honestly. I think it takes about 4 shots. 2, 3, wait, 2, 3. Yeah, about 4 shots.
Hostile down.
Now she has a biotic grenade. So basically, when you see that, they can no longer heal. This also gives you like a slight, I think, damage reduction, I think. But when you throw this on someone else, they can't heal. So like a Roadhog, a soldier can't heal themselves. Mercy can't heal them or herself. So it's pretty useful. She's like the anti-healer, basically. This does do damage, by the way. So her sleep dart, which I think lasts about 8 seconds, basically it's projectile. Her sniper rifle's hit scan. This is projectile. So basically, you know, while you're sleeping, while they're sleeping, you can do whatever the fuck you want to them. A lot of people like to sleep dart, biotic grenade, and punch them, or something like that, or shoot and punch them. That's the combo that you can use. I'll demonstrate that now. Or maybe no, maybe I did the wrong way. Hold up. Well, yeah, basically, there's not really much to say about Anna. Her ultimate's a nano boost, which basically increases the damage of, and damage taken, no, damage reduced and damage dealt by your allies.
I have your back.
Which is, I mean, I would love to show, but the fucking bots, they're retarded today. I don't know, why are they retarded? Blizzard, why are they retarded today? Anyways, another thing too is that her bullets actually heal people. So that's how she heals. Anyways. So, okay, let's see if I can do the Anna combo. So you can do, let's see, this, punch, or you could do sleep dart, shoot, grenade, punch. Maybe, I don't know. Not really much of an Anna. I mean, I am an Anna player, but I'm not like the most MLG call-outs, so I know every fucking move in the game. Alright, basically you boost him, he does more damage. That's the gist. You boost them and take more damage with damage. Pretty popular tactic to use this with Dragon Blade for Genji, so I mean, hey, Anna, like I said, I don't have any problems with her. I know they kind of nerfed her biotic grenade damage, but I'm like, it's whatever. Lucio. Like I said, overall, the tanks, they're fine, except for the one fucking glaring issue that I will get to pretty soon. But like I said, support, most of the categories, they're fine. A couple characters are kind of annoying, but most of them, they're cool. Now, Lucio is unique in the aspect that he's actually probably the fastest character ever. I mean, I know Tracers can blink and whatever, but on like on consistency alone, just like base speed, definitely Lucio. I know his rework came in instantly, where he has his aura that's it's smaller than his original one, but it's actually like the effects of the aura that he's currently on is like faster. So he has 2 auras. He has speed, which makes him walk faster, and then he has healing, which makes him slower, but he's still actually pretty noticeable. Another passive of him is that he can wall run, and when he does this, he gets a 30% speed bonus. So if I do this properly, yeah. I mean, I know it doesn't seem that fast, but trust me, it's noticeable. Oh, and the number you see in the middle is how many people are within your aura, which also helps too. But now you have a visual representation of where your aura is. Now, his primary weapon does the same amount as Genji's does, but it's a 4 burst, and it's extreme. Like this is, yeah, it's pretty slow. Yeah, you're not gonna be sniping people with this shit. I mean, maybe Genji's freakins, but not really Lucio. It does really good damage though. So that's his primary fire. Its ult fire is just like a little boop, and you can push people off the edge with it. Let's see. Also, this looks like it's not damage. Holy shit! Notice that. Let's see. Oh, I guess it's just that ball. Yeah. So there's that. Also switching mode doesn't like make a gun do different damage or more damage. No, it just changes the color. But what does change with the mode switch is your amp, which is your R1. And basically what amp does is it doubles the effectiveness of your current aura. So if you want to fucking go fast like the meme that is Sonic, then you do this. You go super Sonic. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Yeah, so there's that. And then the other way, I guess, well, I can't demonstrate it on these fuckers because they're not taking damage, but in general, same thing applies to this healing aura. Like, you know, when you switch to healing, this will amp up the healing rate. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, overall, Lucio's fun. I don't see any problem. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, when I play Lucio, I don't honestly focus on shooting people. I'll just make sure that people staying alive. Like, I mean, I try to take pot shots when I can, but it's kind of hard. I mean, I guess suggested buff is maybe just slightly increasing his velocity, because he does good damage. It's just that his velocity is pretty slow. And his ultimate, which is Sound Barrier, Sound Barrier does not change on what aura you have. Basically, it's like if you use speed and use Sound Barrier, it's not gonna make all your teammates faster. It's just gonna provide a large amount of overshield. I think about let's break it. Yeah, about let's see, 400 overshield, and it does decay rapidly, as you can see. So basically, this is used to counter other ults. Like if a Junkrat throws out a fucking Riptire, you can use it to kind of cancel it out. You know, in most cases it works. Sometimes, like D.Va, it's kind of iffy. But sometimes you might die. Sometimes you might. Basically, you use this if you're trying to push up on a point, or like, you know, you see like a lot of teammates are dying, and you can't heal them fast enough. You know, it's like I said, Lucio's solid. I don't have any problem with him. So yeah. All right, and yep, here's Mercy, the dedicated healer. So Mercy does have 2 weapons. Well, this isn't a weapon. This is a healing stick. But yeah, she has a pistol just like D.Va. It's actually fully automatic. I did not find out until like a week ago. I used to tap fire, which is like felt so weird. Yeah, but it's automatic. You can just do that. Her passive is the ability to glide. Like if you hold down X, you can glide slowly instead of just like falling. See like the difference. So yeah, I guess her first ability is the ability just to fly to someone. So basically, this is on a 2-second cooldown. You can just fly to someone basically. If you see someone, you can just fly to them. But you can't fly to enemies, only to allies. So that's the downside. Not really though, because you really wouldn't want to be flying to an enemy. But I guess her pixie stick or healing shit. So this is her primary weapon. I'm using air quotes, but yeah, its primary function is. In a second. It's the heal. And this does heal. Apparently if you heal while let's say you're low health, because another one of Mercy's tasks is that she can regenerate health normally, like if you're like playing like Destiny or Call of Duty, like she can actually regenerate health normally without health packs. But apparently if you're healing someone else, it does increase the rate of this, so that's nice thing to know. So your R2 is healing and your R1 is actually damage boost. I don't know the exact multiplier by damage boost. I'm assuming like 1.5. Maybe 2x would be kind of crazy, but you know, you can increase your allies' damage and all that stuff. I'm not sure if this affects ultimates like Riptire, or I know it probably affect Tactical Visor, but like, or I'm not sure about Molten Core like Turbo Insert. I have no idea. But just in general, yeah, that's what it is. And her ultimate, which I can't demonstrate because none of the AI is retarded on this map. It's basically a res where it just does exactly what it says. It revives every person within your radius. And in this little prompt that lets you know like who's dead or whatever, tell you like, oh, 1 skull, whatever, and all that shit. So yeah, it's actually really good for clutch res, you know. I mean clutch ultimate, you know. If Lucio Sound Barrier didn't work and you still all died to D.Va, so you can just bring them all back up to full health. Yeah, so that's that. Another passive, I guess, is that when a teammate dies, they leave behind like a little like yellow soul that you can still fly to. So, like in 3v3, it's pretty useful because let's say your teammate dies up there, and you're getting chased by like a road dog down here. You can still actually fly up to there. I mean, you'll still get god hooked, but hey, at least you tried, right? So yeah, Mercy, she's fine. There's nothing that I would change about her. She's pretty solid. Although it kind of sucks when you're getting harassed by your team. Because I know why Blizzard put her health bar on, like when she heals your damage booster, you can see her health bar too. The reason why they did that is probably because Mercy likes to get harassed by other characters. So, you know, that's why she always screams every time she gets like shot at. Oh no, let me see if she
Your support has arrived.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, like I said, I don't have any problems with Mercy. Like most of the support characters, they're fine. I have no problem with them. You gonna shoot me? Fuck? Okay, hold on. Let's see how they spawn. This is fucking ridiculous. Give me a second. Why do they spawn like this? Great, I can't take damage. Okay, I'll emote. Alright, anyways, yep, that's Mercy. Next is another one of those, I don't know why this character exists, and even though they exist, I don't know why the fuck they belong in this category. So, I don't know why the fuck Symmetra belongs as a support. You can argue, yes, she has a teleporter. Yes, she has a shield generator. But like, compared to what other characters do, that can straight up heal you, revive you, provide you a massive amount of overshields, provide damage reduction, and attack buffs, like, she just doesn't belong. And I know that, goddamn, the session end, but whatever, that's fine, that's fine. But like, you know, compared to what the other supports can do, I don't feel, like, Symmetra feels like more like a defense. But she's basically like a female Torbjorn. She can set up multiple turrets, which is with every annoying.
Comes honor. Anyways. With honor.
So yeah, let's just get into her. So she has a beam that can actually move objects, like dead bodies and shit like that. Like, let me, there you go. So you can kind of move stuff. So if you have a teammate's dead body, you can kind of play with the corpse. I know it's kind of morbid, but whatever. This does drain ammo, as you can see. So her primary fire is like a little short range like beam thingy that does lock on. And yes, if you do step up to the optimal range, then yeah. Oh, you're great. Of course, Jason's test range worth reminded. Okay. Yeah, this by the way is not crit, so you don't have to worry about that. But her alt fire kind of makes up for that close range or short rangeness, which is basically you can shoot out little balls that take energy per second to charge up. I'm pretty sure they can't crit. Yeah, they can't. Yeah. So yeah, the longer you charge it up, the more damage it does. That's what it is. Okay. So her other ability is a shield, a portable shield, and same property as Reinhardt's shield. If the D.Va's nuking and you're behind this, you should be safe. So it's like same properties as other shields. A lot of things that a lot of Symmetra players like to do is to do this and then run up to you like this because they're kind of protected behind the shield. It's kind of douchey, but I understand why. I'll show you her ultimate in a second. A bread and butter ability of hers is her turrets, which she can place 6 of, and they do have little health, so they can be destroyed easily. But they are very annoying because they do damage you and they also slow you down. It's like imagine May's endothermic blaster. It's like basically that. It's like mini May endothermic blaster. And if you have a lot of them on a wall, they can kill stuff. They can kill stuff. Yeah, pretty quickly. Yeah. That's. I'll address why I don't like this. So Symmetra is unique in the fact that she has 2 ults. Like her primary is a teleporter, which will basically, let's say you want to get to here, but you don't want to use the steps. All you have to do is just deploy this. Teleporter online. We move swiftly. And then you go to your spawn room. And then, voila. Now I don't. Oh yeah. Also, this does have limited use. You see the 5 on the bottom. So like, most max amount of teleports you can get is around 6. So. All right. I'm pretty sure I can't build my ult charge if I don't have my. No, I can't. I have to get rid of this. 2 more. Oh boy, so exciting. Double kill. Oh, also it's not a 2-way teleporter. You can't teleport back in the spawn like this. So it's only 1 way.
Offline. The way is closed. Double Why do you
I guess it does make
your fate?
All right. I'll show you off her other ult, which is a shield generator. And like I said, teleporter and shield generator can be destroyed, but if you place them smartly, like I'm not sure if you can place shield generator in the spawn. We'll see right now. But if you place them smartly, there you go. I think you hold triangle. No, yeah, you press triangle again. Yeah, so you can deploy shield generator in your spawn room. Okay. So what this does is just give you additional shields. If you notice that my health went from 250 to 275, and it does give this to all characters that are on your team. So yeah. Now, my problem with Symmetra is like Torbjorn. I understand why they exist, but I just don't like why they exist. I mentioned before, this is kind of a fast-paced game, even though you defend objectives. Yes, you do want to have turrets because you have Bastion and Torbjorn, but it's just not fun to play here. Like, you just do this, and it's just... my main problem with this is that they can slow you down and damage you. Like I said, I'd rather have. I hate when it does both. Like, it should do one or the other. Like, Maze and Summer Blast should just slow you down and not slow you down and damage you. So that's what I'm like. If I were to make a change, make it so that she can spawn. You know, 6 turrets I guess is okay. I mean, this does seem like a lot though. Maybe make it to 4 or something. But I mean, they have low health, so they're not that bad. It's just that some Symmetra like to put them into a reachable place where you have to come through this hallway to destroy them, and it's kind of douchey. But I mean, overall, the main issue I have is just that the range and the fact that they can damage and slow. So I mean, I'd probably take that away. The ability to damage, and maybe reduce the range a little bit. Another problem I have is this beam. I hate playing 1v1 mystery duel Symmetra because all it boils down is whoever gets the thing on first. And this applies to other characters too. Like other characters who don't have extreme mobility, like Tracer. Like let's say Hanzo. Let's say you're Hanzo and you just use your scatter. Unless you get a headshot on Symmetra, all she has to do is this and hold this on you, and you're fucked. You can't escape this beam. You can't escape it. It's pretty annoying. So maybe change, like, I don't know, because it homes in really hard. It locks on really hard. I feel like they should. I don't know. She's a tough cookie. I don't know. Like I said, there's one character that I know how I want to be fixed, and I'm about to get to him. But Symmetra, it's like reduce turrets, give them a little bit more health, reduce their range, and the ability to slow and damage. Just give them the ability to slow. I mean, no, yeah, the ability to slow, not damage. Or maybe you can choose one or the other. Her ult is pretty fine. I mean, for what it is, it's fine. But like I said, I feel like she's basically like a female Torbo, and so she should just belong in defense. That's my 2 cents. So now we get to the fun fucker. Right? This fucker right here has caused me so much trauma. He is the Fell Winter's Lie to my life, which is a Destiny reference, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of true though. So I have a lot to say about this, so let's just get over the basics. Let's cover everything before we start talking about what the fuck's wrong with him. So, like Reaper, he has a shotgun, but in this case, it's a scrap gun. Has extreme fucking spread. Extreme. So yeah, that's, you know, extreme spread. It can crit. You know, that's cool. He has an alternate fire mode, which is a flak mode, which basically, it's like, you'll see it. Well, I guess I'm not doing it justice. Hold on. Basically, it shoots out a scrap ball and then it releases the projectile like in a cluster, kind of like flag, but not actually like flag. Flag's less concentrated than this. Anyways, yeah, there's that. Roadhog has a rebreather, which is his self heal that restores up to 300% of his health. Like it restores half his health. And then he has the hook, which is the max. I think the max range is 20 meters. Yeah, that's 20 meters. Hold on. Let's see. This is a pretty good. Let's see. 0 meters. Yeah, it stops somewhere around 20. Yeah, definitely. So that's 20 meters max. So I mentioned before that I have a bias towards 3v3 just in general, because like in Halo or in Destiny I play 3v3 a lot. I'm not a fan of 6v6. And here's where the stickiness is coming from. I play a lot of 3v3 and Roadhog is prevalent in 3v3, so I fought a lot of Roadhogs. And at first I was like, it's not bad, until I saw this. Now I know this isn't as okay. Let's go over his ult too. His ult does do extreme damage, but it does more knockback than damage. Oh look, they fixed it. Oh look, they fixed it. Oh, how nice. Yeah, but basically his is basically like get the fuck off the point, kind of like McCree style, like get the fuck off my point, bitch. Basically, that's what Whole Hog does, you know. Does good damage, whatever. It's fine, whatever. So let's get into the problem. So, like I said, this is relating more to 3v3, and the problem with 3v3 is the map mostly, because the map is very small that 20 meters. I know 20 meters seems pretty small compared to other maps, but on Eagle Point Antarctica, 20 meters is like that little bridge section with the gap. That's like the entire bridge that you can get hooked across. So here's the problem with Roadhog Hook. It's not the hook that's the problem, even though it does have problems. It's what comes after it. It's the giant fuck you in the ass that comes after it. So, yes, well, okay, you get hooked, right? And then you're dead. That's how 99.9% of it works. And you say, how do you die like this? Well, here's the thing. When you get hooked, you get a prompt that says you're stunned, right? And then the moment you're unstunned, you still can't use any of your abilities, and then by the time you're unstunned, all Roadhog has to do is shoot you once and you're dead. And that's the problem, because this game, the one thing I like about this game is counterplay. There is no counterplay to the hook. The only counterplay is not getting hooked in the first place, and that's pretty shitty as counterplay. Oh, well, it's like saying, oh, the counterplay to dying is not getting shot at. Well, that's inevitable, is it not? Like, you will get hooked by Roadhog's hook. Maybe sometimes you'll miss, most times you won't. Like, any decent, like, Roadhog player knows that the spread... Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's the problem with hook. It brings you in... Okay, actually, wait, no. Still getting ahead of myself. So, if you want to, like, just the overgeneralization of my problem with Roadhog is that his kit makes up too much for his lack of range power. For instance, Widowmaker, long-range sniper. That means she has a sniper as her primary weapon, which means that her short-range game is pretty weak. Even though she does have a submachine gun as her primary fire, it's not going to be like, it's not always going to save her, It helps, like, to help protect her until she has enough time to get away. Maybe scare someone off who's at low health, but 9 times out of 10, when you're playing Widowmaker, you're mostly going to be using a sniper rifle. Same with Roadhog. He has a shotgun, right? So you assume, hey, close range, right? And it makes sense, too, because this thing does a shit ton of damage at close range. Shit ton of damage. But then you give him an ability, which, I mean, at first seems harmless. Like, oh, yeah, it's just like May's thing, or like she has a little icicle that makes up for her thing. Right. But imagine May's icicle on steroids. Like, there's 15 different icicles that shoot out this one concentrated point. The problem with flak mode is that it concentrates all this fucking ridiculous pellet spread into a pretty decent pellet spread. So yeah, you can pretty much like see how like, oh, 0 meters, I almost killed him, dead. It's like, I understand it's a 4-shot magazine, but still, like, all he needs is really one good shot on you and you're fucked. So yeah, that's basically my main problem. Now let's get into specifics. First one is the hook. The hook is fucking stupid. I might make a highlight reel of all the times that he hooked me, but the big problem with Overwatch I have is the hitboxes. And it's very apparent. Like with Hanzo, sometimes you get shot on the shoulder, it counts as a headshot. With Roadhog, sometimes you can hook someone around a fucking corner and they'll still pull them. It will still fucking pull them. Or they could be next to like a cover and they'll still pull them in. It's fucking stupid. I actually might edit this video and add some clips of that in there. It's fucking... The way the hitboxes work in tandem with the hook, it's like the hook... It's not like Ana's sleep dart. The hook, Ana's sleep dart is like, it's either you hit them or you miss. There's no like, oh, well, you graze their shoulder circuit. No, you hit them or you miss. Roadhog hook is like, well, you're close enough. There you go. Here's a free kill. It's like the 1-2 punch of Bioshock. You get hooked, you're fucked. That's the thing. So yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Another thing is, a self-healing tank with 600 health, I find very, very interesting to why you would make it like that. And it's not the fact that he can self-heal. Like, it would be fine if, he only healed, like, 100 health. But the fact that he can heal 600 health, and I know the reasoning's like, oh, well, he stays stationary. He can aim on his head. Right. But then you forget. All you have to do is this. You shoot at him. You keep shooting at him. He does this. You're dead. Basically, Roadhog's very punishing. If you get hooked, you're more likely. It's very hard to fight against him once you get hooked. So yeah, there's a problem with that. There's a problem with the rebreather, and the amount and how fast it heals is pretty insane too. Yeah, I'm not gonna have the video, Jason's right. Anyways, so yeah, the amount that it heals, like the rate that it heals, is actually pretty fast too. So like, yeah, it's like it's either going for headshots and barely beating out the heal, and then in the end you'll still just get hooked and fucked, or something. And also, I hope you've been noticing that even though I aim at the chest, I'm still getting headshots, and I'll address this soon. So yeah, that's the problem. He can heal half his health within 8 seconds. He can basically 1-2 punch someone in 8 seconds. His shotgun makes up for the lack of range. Its ultimate fire makes up for the lack of range, and in some cases it actually does more damage. So yeah, that's why I just don't like Roadhog. Just everything about him works too well. He's basically a self-sufficient tank, and if anything annoys him, he turns around, dead. And that 1-2 punch can one-shot every single character in the game. And I know, except for tanks, but here's the asterisk. You can, let's say I hook Diva. If I hook Diva and I hit her in her crit spot, which is pretty big, she basically loses like almost all her health. Same with Reinhardt, same with Reza. If you hook them and you hit them in the chest and some of the pellets hit their crit spot, they're basically almost dead. All you need to do is shoot them one more time, they're done. That's how strong he is. He has, I know I said Bastion has unrivaled DPS, but on a per shot basis, nothing tops Roadhog. I know you can talk about the snipers and all that, but just when it compares to just ease of use of Roadhog, he has them tops. Widowmaker, you have to aim for the head. Roadhog, aim for the chest. They're done. They're done. So here comes the interesting part. This is how I would fix Roadhog. Oh, actually, I know this is kind of late, but like I said, support. Out of all of them, they're fine. Like. Tanks are fine except for Roadhog. Support's fine except for Symmetra. She belongs to defense. Torbjorn, Junkrat, Mei, Bastion. I feel like they need to. I feel like Bastion just needs to fucking be DPS. Same with Mei. They don't feel like they will. I understand why they try to put him in here, but he just does too much damage to actually belong here. It feels like more like an assault. And yeah, assault. For what the description is, some characters, like I said, like Bastion, could do the job and do it better. So. That's my overall view of the classes. Like most of them are fine, some of them not much. Oh my! I don't want to be inactive. All right. Anyways, yeah. So here's what I propose. So the main problem with Roadhog is the 1-2 punch. Basically, if you get hooked and he has a competent enough aim, you're fucked. And it's not necessarily the fact that it's the hook that damns you; it's the shot that comes after that. That's a nail in the coffin, basically. And the reason why it's a nail in the coffin is that the spread is so intense that if you aim at their head, you still get headshots. So that that's multiplied, and since the shotgun does a lot of damage. So that already equates to the fucking insta kill, like So like that's why. But like that's the problem. That's a problem. So first suggestion: remove the ability to crit from the shotgun. Remove the ability to crit. I know that's a giant DPS down, but it is currently right now it is so fucking punishing. Even in 66, if you get singled out, you're fucked like that. And 3v3 on a small map, you just get constantly fucked over by the shotgun. It's pretty insane. And I mean, to compensate for the lack of DPS, maybe add a couple extra shots in his fucking, like, maybe make it 5 or 6 shots in his mag, or maybe increase the fire rate slightly. Who knows? Like. But first and foremost, remove the ability to crit in the fucking shotgun. Another thing, I'm not saying remove flak mode. Just make the spread more, make it more flaky. Because like the way it is, that's still pretty concentrated for what compared to this spread. That's still fucking pretty concentrated. So I'd say either increase the spread and reduce the range, or maybe just think of some new, or just remove this. It's the fact that he has like 2 ways to deal damage out of range is fucking ridiculous with this shotgun that does so much damage. So there's that. Like just take that away. Either take it away or just increase the spread, and reduce the range that it's effective. But seriously, it's like, oh well, I can't hit you with this. I'll just do this. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. So, oh yeah, so yeah, there's that. So that's all the shotgun fix. Now the hook. See, you see that? It wasn't even. This isn't even a 10 for close range. It's still fucking my shotgun. Now the hook is the problem with the hitbox thing, but if you really want to make the hook interesting, this is what I propose. So I like the ability to hold down something and not like charge it, but just hold it and then release it whenever I'm ready. Like for instance, like Anna, when she uses her sleep dart, she basically shoots out a thing instantly. I like the ability to, if I hold my sleep dart, I can aim my sleep dart, maybe for like a maximum 5 seconds and then release it. It kind of sucks that like I kind of like aiming my shit, but that's the personal problem. So here's the thing, I feel like give the person a grace period of 1 to 2 seconds on when they get hooked to do something. Because when you're Genji and you get hooked, even if you spam R1, there is not enough time for you to put up your deflect before he shoots you in the face and kills you instantly. Same with Tracer. There's not enough time to recall or blink before you get fucked, or someone before you translocate. There's not enough time for you to counterplay. I'm using air quotes again to counterplay the fucking hook shotgun combo. There's not enough. You don't have enough time. Like even fair. Like by the time she tries to put out her hand to fucking concussion blast her back, Roadhog could already have her ass, you know. So there's that. Like just in general, just give them a grace period. Also, reduce the range of the hook. I know it seems like just take off 5 meters because, like, maybe not even 5 meters, like maybe like 2 meters. It's like this on a map like East Point Antarctica is still pretty fucking long. And even on most maps, it seems like this shit's like a fucking long ass snake just coming for like a fucking anaconda coming for your ass. You know, it's fucking stupid. So yeah, like do that. Also, the mechanic change I'm proposing is that instead of like I mentioned before, how I wish you could hold down your sleep dart gun with Anna. Hold down so to use hook, you have to hold L1, and maybe the max charge rate's like 5 seconds, and within 5 seconds you can throw your hook out the maximum distance, right? That's pretty cool, right? But then like it works like this. So let's say I want to hook someone like 20 meters away. So when I hold down hook, I move slightly slower, and my weapon isn't like cocked. It isn't ready. It isn't ready. So that's how you can include the grace period, like the time it takes for him to ready his weapon. So I have my hook out, my gun's lowered. So let's say I charge it up for 5 seconds. That gives me maybe 4 meters per second. So when I throw out my hook, it hits 20 meters. I grab someone, right? And when I pull them in, it takes at least 1 to 2 seconds for me to get my gun up. So that means the person who gets hooked has a chance to do something before they get insta-fucked. And I mean, maybe even removing the crit will maybe make it a lot less hard just to get insta-fucked by Roadhog shotgun. You know, that's what I'm saying. Maybe removing the crit's all you need. But anyways, yeah. So give them the ability to hold down the hook. Don't make if they just tap it, it goes up for 4 meters, and like the stun, and then like you keep the same mechanic about readying your weapon, right? But the longer you hold it, the more range you should get. So if you hold it for 5 seconds, you get 20 meters. Hold it for 4 seconds, you get 16 meters. You know, like I feel like that would be that would. I'm not saying that would fix the hook because I can't actually test this theory, but I feel like that'd be a pretty good change. Like that's pretty fine. Another thing is his rebreather. I understand Roadhog's a tank and he's a pretty big target, and I know I can't just say remove the fucking respirator. I understand why it's there because he's a pretty big fucker and he takes a lot of damage. So of course he needs somebody to help alleviate some of the damage. I propose that you can either do 2 things or 3 things. Either 1, reduce the amount of health he heals, maybe by 100 so it's 200. So now he needs 3 respirators to fully top himself off, you know. Or you could slow the rate, because another problem with Roadhog is that even though he's immobile, the rate of his heal is actually extremely fast because the animation is pretty short. So maybe lengthen the animation for him to heal, you know, and then keep it 300. So even though if someone's shooting into his head, he's still it's healing. So it's like Soldier 76 is his biotic field isn't as fast as it is when it comes to Roadhog. You know, it's over slowly over time. So I'm just saying, if you implement these changes, maybe Roadhog won't be as annoying as playing 3v3. I mean, 6v6 is not much of a problem because it's a lot less targets to single out, but I noticed that I don't see Roadhog a lot in 6v6. I just see him a lot in 3v3 because he needs to do this and then end someone's life. You know, that's how I would fix Roadhog. Overall, I think to say he's overpowered is fair. I think to say he's overpowered is fair. 3v3, he's definitely overpowered. Because like I said, at the start of every round, he can just walk down the fucking hallway, do this, and you just lost the person in the team. And even if they're fucking Reinhardt, he can hook Reinhardt out of charge, which is stupid. How come he can hook Reinhardt out of a charge? I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. But, you know, I'm just saying, that's why I feel like that's if these changes were added to Roadhog, he'd actually I'd actually enjoy it, you know, being able to hold down my hook and then get rewarded for aiming properly, remove any of the little aim assist shit. Trust me, man, they're fucking these hitboxes, man. This shit's fucking insane. But anyways, yeah, that's what I would do with fucking Roadhog. But yeah, that's the end of the fucking review. So yeah. General thoughts: a lot of characters are fine. Some of them could use a little buffs. Some of them could use a little nerfs. Roadhog could use a pretty nice little rework if you know what I mean. But hey, I mean overall, sometimes the game makes me rage because the fucking Roadhog's just over fucking annoying, or Bashing just murders me. But it's not enough to make me stop playing the game, you know. So I hope to take. I know no one's gonna be listening to this, but I hope you take the suggestions and maybe post it on the forum. You know, like I said, it'd be pretty nice to see like some of these changes being implemented. I'm not a programmer. I don't know the exact values. I don't know how the game works. I know there might be some complications. I'm just saying, like, I feel like if I had my own little test server, I'd love to just try to tweak some of these stats and see what would happen. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna go stream like Destiny. Yeah, I want to get in a really bad mood. So yeah. Oh, so soldier can rocket jump. I can't do it properly though. See how soldiers like
heal up here.
Gradually regenerate. It's not instantaneous, anyways. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.